Hi, this is Mr. Warden. I'm going to do a video key for Algebra Do Now 28.3, which I will be fully transparent is in service of prepping you for quadratics 5. So if this ends up being easy peasy for you, quadratics 5 is probably right up your alley already. But let's go ahead and see what we've got. So what are two factors of 10 that add up to 7? Okay, and this does apply to this equation below. So two factors of 10 that add up to 7 would be 2 and 5. Those would be two factors of 10 that add up to 7. Okay, and now what do we get if we multiply x plus 2 times x minus 5? Well, x times x is x squared. And 2 times 5 is going to be 10, so plus a 10 at the end. But then we've got to deal with the middle stuff. X times 5 is going to be 5x. And 2 times x will be 2x. And now we take all of that. We can combine 5x and 2x, and we get 7x. And oh my goodness, it's the exact same thing we got here. And so it turns out by factoring 10 into two factors that added up to 7, we actually identified the two things we would add to x. So there's the x plus 2 and there's the x plus 5. We have done the opposite of multiplying out the linear binomials, the two linear functions. We have gone the opposite direction, which is a form of division. We've factored this equation, and we've done a major step in factoring it by coming up with the 2 and the 5, which add up to 7. Notice what happens in this equation. You've got a 5x and a 2x show up from the factors 2 and 5 that you needed to get 10. Okay, and so when we multiplied this out, it took it all in reverse and took us back to x squared plus 7x plus 10. All right, let's take a look. We're going to do this a couple more times and see if you see some patterns. Sorry for the yawning, it's late. So I got 21. What are two factors of 21 that add up to 10? Well, there's 1 and 21, and then there's 3 and 7. 3 and 7 do add up to 10. So 3 and 7. Okay, and what do we get? We multiply x plus 3 times x plus 7. Look, there's a 3 and there's a 7. There's a 3 and there's a 7. Could this be related? Yes, it is. Because when I multiply x times x, I get x squared. When I multiply 3 times 7, I get plus 21. When I go into the middle lands here, I've got x times 7, so that's plus 7x. And I've also got 3 times x, so plus 3x. I put the 7x and the 3x together, I get 10x, and that's exactly what I had here. So I've used 3 and 7. I personally used 3 and 7 to help me set this up so that it would go back to there. But we have some of the pieces of factoring these out. So now we're going to look for two factors of 16 that add up to 8. Well, there's 1 and 16, doesn't work. 2 and 8 doesn't work. And then there's 4 and 4. 4 and 4 will work. So 4, oops, I don't know why that did that, but it did it. So let me click on there again. 4 and 4. All right. Now what do you get if you multiply x plus 4 times x plus 4, which is the same thing as saying x plus 4 squared? Well, let's see what we get. So x times x will be x squared. 4 times 4 will be 16, so plus 16. And then the x times 4 gets us 4x. But then the 4 times x in the middle also gets us 4x. So now we've got this curious structure, and you're going to get x squared plus the 4x, and the 4x makes another 8x, and then added to 16. And that's exactly what we had here. So when we factored the 16 into two factors that added up to 8, I got the 4s that go on the back ends of these two linear equations. And the signs match and everything. It's +4 and +4. So, and that ends up, when we multiply it out, we end up back here with x squared plus 8x plus 16. Hopefully that was helpful to you.